That's nice, having a saw blade that works. Hey YouTube, it's been a while. Wow. Kind of had an unscheduled, unwanted hiatus from working out here, from working really at all. We are working on, I got to cut a bunch of pieces for some pipe racks for a guy that he sent me a drawing and some photos and said, can you build me some of these? And I said, yes, sir, I can. And now what we've got to do is actually cut all the pieces for that. There's, I think there's 9 of them. Yeah, 9 pipe racks. So it's all out of 1-inch square tubing and a little bit of some 3/8 by 1 flat bar. Pretty simple stuff. It does require that I cut some angles, so that always slows things down with me because I'm not exactly equipped for cutting angles very easily in steel, but whatever. That's the project. That's what we're going to get to work on today. We're going to at least get some of the parts cut for it. At some point I got to take a break and go run an errand and come back, but let's get started. Well, we're still cutting stuff, and I don't know if you may have noticed when I first cut all the actual little bars for the racks, I just cut them square on the ends. What we're doing now is I've got it jigged up on the little saw to add the miters, and I'll show you what I've done here. What I've done is I've got a stop rigged up back here at the back. It's really cobbled together, and we've sent these guys in there so that it's a consistent length. It'll be a constant length from the end to the bevel to this miter here. I think the angle's 60 degrees or something like that. So now I just got to recut every one of them that I cut. So that's what we're doing. Okay, let's talk about what's going on here. I've drawn out my angles and where this stuff goes, and I've got a couple of little stops here, and this is, of course, going to warp, and I'm all right with that. And we've marked it out, so I've got, this is actually a stop. So what's going to happen is, you just saw me weld the first two, whoops, And what we'll do is we just lift this up, slide it into the next one, just like that. So now we've got this one over here, and that one's there, and then we go ahead and put our next piece in. Want to make sure there's no little BBs laying in the way. Put our little gusset in there, and there we go. We'll just keep marching right on through them. And when I get all this done, I'll flip it over and weld the other side. So, let's keep moving. Let's see, where are we at? We've got them all welded, sort of. I mean, is that 9 of them? Yeah, that's 9 of them. That's the long ones. I still need to put the hook and then the little cross piece on it. I got the short ones over here. I'd finished the little short ones yesterday, but I think what we're going to do is, these are the hooks. I think what I'm going to do is, before I start welding these, and even the ones I already finished, I didn't cut them on that. This is just too long, this leg on it. So I think what we're going to do is cut them down to about here. And then before I weld these on, it'll be easier. So I'm going to shuffle some stuff around here. Push the trailer back a little bit, and then see if I can get the bandsaw moved over without having to haul it all the way out, because that takes forever. And then what we'll do is we'll start welding these little crossbars on and the hooks. And I'm going to call the guy and have him come pick one up, try it, make sure it fits before I clean them up for paint. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, see, that looks more like the hook that I wanted right there, so. All right, the pipe racks are back. Some days ago, I don't know, actually it's a week or more, I don't know exactly. The client borrowed the racks to see if they would fit. And he called back and he said, this hook that we built didn't work. So I modified one and I made this hook. And basically what we did, we opened it up and then we ground a radius on the end, so just so to give it a little more clearance when you put it on the ring. So what I have to do now is go through all the rest. I'll have to do some sort of fixture jig, something, so I can bend those back open a little bit. And then what we'll do is do a lot of grinding and prep work, and then I want to try and get them ready for paint so I can paint them tomorrow. Yeah, because I don't think, yeah, I'm not painting them today. It's a little bit wet outside. So we got to get it prepped and I'll paint them tomorrow. And that way they will be ready for pickup by Thursday afternoon, Friday, something like that. So that's what we're doing. I want to discuss what we come up with. I have offered my burnt prayer, and I had given up my burnt offering and said a prayer and all that to the god of combination benders for the voodoo witchcraft that controls this thing. And this is what I've come up with for opening these hooks up. What we've got is we got the roller here. This is an 1.25" roller. We're going to do this in 2 steps. We're going to force this thing open with the 1.25" as far as we can, and then I'll knock it off, and I'll come back later with the 1.5" and open it up a little bit more, and that should give me, it's been giving me some pretty consistent hooks, and that's what we're going to do.